Oh my god.
One, two, three, four. Chasing dreams since 17. Say goodbye to everything in my rearview mirror, but I never thought it would lead me here.
Hey y'all, it's Jan. Welcome to the Chan Chan. New year, new me.
No, I'm just kidding. Not new me. I just hit my head, so I'm a little bit loopy right now. Yeah, if you can see by this lovely black eye I've got forming right now. I hit my head really bad filming a snowboard video 3 days ago. I was at Mammoth. I was snowboarding the skate park to make a super cool Instagram video, and I slammed my head onto some concrete. I went like face first, and I thought I cracked my head at first because there was like a really bad crack when I knocked my head. Yeah, I definitely got a little bit of a concussion, and I'll talk about that later, but I guess I'll play the clip for you guys right now of what I was filming before I did this.
I've been in your waters, been knocking at your door. I know one thing for sure, I've never been so close before. You were truly mine, but it was over so fast. Just one thing to discover, it was never built to last.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. So yeah, that is how I hit my head and why I'm not in the snow right now. I went to the emergency room right after I did it, but I didn't check in because I've had a lot of concussions and I'm pretty good at telling the signs of how serious they are when it's kind of like danger zone. So I talked to a nurse at the hospital without checking in, and he basically said to keep an eye on my symptoms, and if they got worse, then I would need to check in and check for brain bleeding. So I was really nervous my first night. I drove from Mammoth back to Los Angeles, and I set my alarm for every 2 hours through the night so I could wake up and assess whether I was getting more dizzy or losing coordination or just kind of any of the warning signs that I had brain bleeding. Through the night I was fine, and then once I hit the like 24-hour to 36-hour mark, I knew that the risk of me dying was like not gonna happen. So now I've just been watching my bruising get worse day by day, because I'm worried I might have like cracked like the bone right here or something. This whole area hurts to touch. It's kind of hard to tell in the video because it looks like there was snow there. Like, if anything, there was maybe that much of a layer of snow that my head just went straight through to the concrete. If I was wearing a helmet, I might have still had a concussion, but it would have definitely lessened this damage. I'm definitely gonna make more of an effort to wear my helmet at all times. Maybe not when I'm just making turns on groomers, but anytime I do tricks, because yeah, I've had a lot of concussions, and when I think about who I was and how I thought about things before the first concussion I ever had, between then and now, my short-term memory is a lot worse. Like, I will completely forget I had entire conversations with people, and I've just seen a lot of effects and a lot of changes with my memory, and also my like equilibrium is really bad. If I sit on one of those office spinning chairs, I used to be able to spin in those all day, no problem. Now I do a 360 in one of those chairs, and I'm like Like, I get really dizzy really fast, and I talked to my physical therapist because it's weird because I don't get dizzy when I'm spinning off jumps or in the pipe, but we kind of figured that because I have that horizontal motion going already, whatever the juices that make you get dizzy are already kind of like pushed to one side, so when I spin, they don't affect me if I'm snowboarding. But if I just spin in a stationary spot, I get all messed up. So yeah, so like my memory and my dizziness have changed a lot from all my head hits. And so yeah, I need to make changes and start wearing my helmet because this was definitely the last time I want to hit my head. This one really sucked. It was scary. So now that we've talked about my head hits, let's talk about my New Year's resolutions. Oh, but first, if you guys notice this wall behind me, I've finally had the chance to hang my fan art, and I think it looks great in my bedroom. So if anybody else has ever drawn a picture of me or created any sort of art, definitely send it to me on Instagram or on my email. I'm going to leave an email later in this video, and I'd love to add it to my wall because it's so beautiful. So now, on to the fun part of this video. It's the new year, and with the new year comes resolutions. A lot of people tend to look at resolutions as quitting something or stopping something. Like, this year I'm not gonna eat carbs, this year I'm gonna not smoke, this year I'm gonna stop getting drunk before church. I don't know. Things like that. They think about resolutions as cutting something out of your life. I prefer to look at resolutions as something you're gonna do in that year. It makes it a more positive experience, and it's an actionable thing that you're adding to your life, not taking away. So like last year, I think it was last year, it was either the year before or last year, but I had the resolution to do 4 things that I was afraid of in that year. I think that I only did 2 things. I hit the foam pit at Copper on one of the roller snowboards, and I tried the crippler. And those were 2 things that like really made me feel like I was gonna puke just thinking about, and I accomplished that. So I only did 2 of my 4. But this year I've made a whole list of resolutions to do in this next year, and yeah, I'm gonna go over them. They're written on the back of this note that I got from Matt in the envelope where he sent me some stickers. That's fun. You can get stickers over on his page. I was gonna say something else. Oh, it's hard to think when you have a concussion. What was I gonna say? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. So I remember now. Along with this concussion is that I can't snowboard for 2 weeks or skateboard or do anything where I can risk hitting my head, because if you hit your head multiple times too close together, that's when you can do like really serious brain damage. So no snowboarding for 2 weeks, but I do have 2 videos worth of content that I will be able to post over the next 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks from now, I'm going on a very amazing trip. It's something that I kind of hinted at in one of the previous videos of something exciting that's going to happen. So I'm going to be going on that trip. I should be ready to snowboard by then, and I'll make a video of that. So I won't have any lags in snowboard content because I already got it covered before hitting my head. So now, here we go. Resolutions. Go someplace I've never been. Get something published in print. That was one of my goals for last year of life, which ended on September 20th, and I didn't accomplish it. So that's just a little rollover onto this year's resolutions. Start a blog. So I used to have an actual written blog called citykidonshred.blogspot.com, and I haven't written it in years, but I used to write it when I was in high school all the way up through moving to Tahoe and my first experiences living in the mountains and my first competitions. And I want to bring that back. Maybe not City Kid on Shred, but I want to have a blog where I can write health tips, fitness tips, tips for packing, tips for snowboarding, kind of diaries of my trips, photo essays of the places I've been. You know, something different than this. That's another way that I can share my journey. Read 12 books. So that's 1 book a month, which is something that's doable, and I think resolutions should be things that are doable. They should be difficult enough that it's a challenge and you have to work for it, but not so difficult that you get discouraged and overwhelmed. Like, oh, I read 100 books this year. That's a book every 3 days, 3.5 days. That is overwhelming as crap. But 12 books, that's a book a month. That's doable. This is a health goal. I want to leg press 100 pounds on my left leg. So I'm still recovering my left leg. It's still not as strong as it should be. So 100 pounds is my goal that I'm setting to be able to do a single leg press by the end of this year. Wear a helmet. Yeah, I don't like wearing helmets. I only wear helmets when I'm training half pipe or competing, and I kind of assess situations as they come. Like if I think something is risky for me, I'll wear a helmet, but generally when I'm filming or shooting photos, I don't wear one, and I need to start wearing one all the time because like this situation that happened, I wasn't expecting to hit my head. It was something that would have been really easy for me, and it just went wrong. So I need to get in the habit of wearing helmets all the time, even if I don't think I need one. Find a way to mentor female snowboarders. So I want to be able to share my experiences and things I've learned with other girls who want to get into snowboarding, whether it's competition snowboarding or sponsored snowboarding, they want to film a video part or whatever. I want to use what I've learned for these new girls and kind of help them along the way and encourage them and support them. My last one is to inspire people. So one of the things that I want to accomplish in my videos that I've said before is that I want to inspire people to go out and do things that make them happy instead of just sitting and thinking, man, you know, I'd be really happy with my life if I just blanked. I want you guys to go and do that blank. Like, if there's something that you think will make your life better, I want you to do it. And I'm hoping that by watching me pursue snowboarding and all the other things in my life, you're inspired to go out and try something that's maybe a little bit scary. Maybe it makes you a little bit uncomfortable, but you work through it and you do it and you give it your best shot. And so I'm going to set up this email address for you to email your stories and experiences to me. You can either write them out in a paragraph or take a short video of yourself talking about how I inspired you to go do something. And I want to be able to share those on my vlogs in the beginning. Just say like, hey, so today I'm going to share the story of Jimmy who went out and decided to go to firefighting academy and you know, be able to share that with you guys so you can be part of my videos more. And yeah, that's it, I think. I don't know if I missed anything. I can't remember crap right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Life isn't perfect. It's messy and unexpected, but it's wonderful. You can find love, magic, and beauty all around you if you chase after it. So find what lights your soul up, then go out and carpe your happy.